Hey everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel, and today I am super duper excited because finally I'll be doing my first listen / full-on album review to Kep1er's fourth mini album titled LOVESTRUCK. Now, man oh man, I just love the feeling of comeback season when it comes to all of our favorite groups, including Kep1er, especially when I was checking out the teaser pics, going through the highlight medley and the brand concept trailer, and here we are, their fourth mini album, LOVESTRUCK. There were two B-sides, remember, that I was talking about that stood out to me from the highlight medley, and that was Back to the City and Happy Ending, and it turns out both of those songs got like performance setups and stages for their comeback show. So I'm going to be checking out those respective performances as soon as possible after this album review. But aside from that, you know, I just want to hear this out in full. I loved Giddy so much, how funky yet groovy and dreamlike at the same time it was. If you guys haven't seen my reaction and review to Giddy, be sure to do so. The TLDR of that was pretty much I was getting everything that I loved and heard from Kep1er in the past before in their previous title tracks, but even more, thus being my favorite title track by Kep1er so far. But hey, enough talk, let's just dive into this album review now. Alright, so brought it up here, the first track, and it is Lovely, LVLY. Now, not gonna lie, this specific track gave me really good first impressions after the highlight medley of LOVESTRUCK, of course. Seeing familiar names, we got Donkey. Donkey has worked with twice in the past before. Talk That Talk, Wadada by Kep1er, of course. Criminal by Taemin. I think Donkey has worked on Polaroid Love as well by N-, if I'm not mistaken. The list truly goes on. Anti-Fragile by Le Sserafim really goes to show you the range. Now we got Park Woo-sang, the other familiar individual that I'm seeing here. Park Woo-sang has worked on See the Light in the past before with Kep1er. And not gonna lie, fellow Kep1erians, I still wish that specific song was longer in length, am I right? Has worked with heavily Mamamoo in the past before, and still continuously in the works at RBW, but I'm still gonna have to familiarize with other individuals working behind this song. Shout out to them as well. Bring up the lyrics here because some of you guys wanted me to do this from now on during my album reviews. Let me know how you enjoying this. Love how color-coded lyrics go at times, but then again, you gotta keep in mind, it can be wrong. There can be lost in translation as well, so please keep that in mind. Keep things to a grain of salt, as I will myself, but let's go. Ooh. Okay, Diane. I love the attitude. But wow, what a punchy beat so far. Okay. Where's the song headed though? It feels like it's building up. It's treading somewhere. Whoa, just a rip of the guitar. And immediately right in the chorus. Oh, that drum kit work. Get this rudimental beat, it sticks. Okay, youngin'. Wow, I'm so lost now. In terms of the arrangement of this song, it's very earwormy and droning. Yet, it sets you in a trance. This is verse 2. Okay, Hikaru. Yes, Yejin. Love the keyboard work. Oh, yes, so it's so cool how Kep1er's rocking this Moonbaton beat, yet there's this unleash kind of moment in the chorus with the electric rock guitar. Whoa! The vocal layering is done so well too, am I right? The bass guitar. Okay. Ooh, this is definitely a song you could like groove to, dance along. Very earwormy, right? It's like non-stop, the spelling of lovely. I think without a doubt, like, Hikaru really rocks this song with the sole purpose of, like, the hook being very mad catchy. I really love Hikaru and Chaeyoung's vocal tone within this. But then again, you know, I gotta give where credit is due. With the other members, the likes of Bahi in the works, I loved her moments particularly in this song. But yes, very droning. One may think, yes, it has a good amount of like Latin influences. I think it's quite heavily Moonbaton based with it. For those who are not familiar with Moonbaton, very rudimental beat with the drum kit usage and all. You could hear it from the likes of ATEEZ's Promise, Wave by ATEEZ, the likes of Card. We've heard it by NCT in the past before. It's basically a genre and influence that's never going to leave K-pop. It's been there for years and ages and throughout many generations, and it's still going to continue being the case. Now, do I really mess with Lovely here? Yes, I do. Because what's cool about the vocal arrangement and arrangement to this song is, sure, we get that intro, LOVELY, la 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 lovely, right? It sets the tone with the intro. But then we get such a lengthy verse 1, which is so cool because that lengthy verse 1 feels even more lengthy thanks to the pre-chorus, because right away we get hit so smoothly and transitioned into the pre-chorus, and then the chorus hits. And we're back to the LOVELY spelling of things. And then after that, there was a cool moment before we got them fire rap lines. So I'm gonna bring it up here so I could point that moment out, of course. So let me bring it up here. Go from the beginning immediately right away. See what I'm saying? Very rudimental. Just the way that Diane comes through with this line, this verse 1. Hit it like that. I love how there's that reverb effect like that, and it's like reverbed in all, and it's in the distance. It's really impactful with this punchy beat. Emphasize on that. How Mashiro, how she's directed to drag her lines like this, like the vocal direction, the vocal arrangement. I can't emphasize that enough. As much as the beat is a driving factor to this song, like, there's a lot to munch on, like, ear candy wise, due to the vocal work and just the subtle effects, the additions, the vocal layers, and how it's being sung and delivered by all the members. So this is the pre-chorus for sure. And notice like that switch up, right? The transition into That's Me, because it just seems so smoothly done. That's Me, and then the follow-up of That's Me. See what they did there? That's why it felt so smooth and even prolonged and like sustained and extended. Yeah. That kick drum snare work. It's so dope that we can hear the members' vocal colors really shine in this. The E. Very catchy. That electric rock guitar. Very dirty drum kit work, grimy with it, so you could hear it throughout it being unleashed. Woo. Now we're in the post-chorus. This is the moment that I was talking about. I love how they added a post-chorus here to really connect later on what's gonna happen in verse 2 of chorus. So you gotta give it to Youngin, right? Bass guitar really sticks. So good. This post-chorus, how it's done in this kind of succession is unbelievable. Like Youngin in the Bahi, like come on. What's there not to love? Then there's like this Eastern kind of like woodwind instrument in the mix, ever so subtly in the back. Notice this. Right here. No, right here. Hikaru, every time she captures our attention just like that, you know. I love the dragging of the lines. I love the attitude, the grit that she provides here. There's that keyboard work with the chords. That's so cool with the it's very distant, and then the eyes as well. See how they emphasized eye and eyes? That's so cool. Ooh, that keyboard work. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. LOVELY, lovely. And I feel like, considering how catchy it is with the chorus, like it has a sing-alongable factor to it. Us spelling lovely with them and la la la, you know. Just the attack it sometimes, and then just the very lush delivery. It's just so good. Some pitter-pattering of the bongo congo kind of light drum kit work, which is very playful in itself here. Bridge. It's uncontrollable, honestly. How catchy it is. Some risers here. And then they bring it back to conclude the song. There's some shakers in the works for sure, with the snare drum work. Yo, what a way to kick off this album, everyone, right? I feel like it really met my expectations based on that highlight medley, and now hearing it in full. And also, yeah, it really sticks. I could totally see them having a bit of a choreo tied along to the song as well. It's very mesmerizing as a whole. Takes that Moonbaton beats and influence, a little bit of Latin influences almost, I got to say, but mostly Moonbaton as a whole. But hey, let's just dive into the next B-side now. So this next B-side is titled Back to the City, aka my favorite B-side, solely based off of the highlight medley. I remember it was so good to the point that all of us were connecting in the comments section down below during my reaction to the highlight medley. Named some song references that happened this year. We're going to have to talk about those particular songs briefly after listening to Back to the City here. But seeing familiar names, Justin Reinstein. Justin Reinstein has worked on many of our favorite songs, and of course, artists and idol groups out there. I'm talking about Twice. I'm talking about Funky Glitter Christmas by NMIX, a really festive, fun song. I'm talking about DM, Doesn't Matter, Stay This Way by From Is 9, All Mine by Go and Sonia. So many hits, as well as hidden gems that honestly need to be talked about more in general. Another familiar name that I'm starting to familiarize myself with is Choi Ji-yoon. Choi Ji-yoon has worked on Back to Where We Belong by Billy, aka one of my favorite sentimental songs by Billy. That's bittersweet almost, takes that R&B ballad type of route to it. And even Lee Soo-jung has worked on an R&B type of ballad, which is going as far as Taeyeon's solo debut with I, and that one B-side called Gemini. Wow. A lot of huge significant names, as well as names that I'm going to have to familiarize myself with. I'm going to bring it up here right away. Let's go. Oh, right away. Oh, I'm loving the chords here. And this intro. Ooh, love the bass line. Get the electronic drum kit work. Yes, Zion. Yes. Man, this song is so cheerful. Yet there's this uplifting spirit and energy to it. Ooh, a bit of chimes there. Guitar. Yeah. With Bahi too. Oh. Oh my goodness, the amount of nostalgia is so overwhelming and just gives you feel-good vibes. Okay. This is verse 2. Yo, this is what I've been wanting ever since Kep1er's debut. Something that's gonna really give you throwback feels and a lot of nostalgia, yet so fun and cheerful to listen to. City. Oh my goodness. What a post-chorus. Bridge. Mashiro. Oh my goodness. Let's get started. Hit it. Yes! Wow, what a climax to the song. Ooh, Chaeyoung! How they bring it back together though. Oh my goodness. Guys, I expected this to be my favorite B-side. I expected this to be good. I expected this to be more than good. But not literally a 10 out of 10. So with that being said, obviously, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's a 10. Back to the City is a 10. And easily my favorite B-side by Kep1er to date, without a doubt. It's right there, and then right in second place is Good Night. Clearly. Where do I begin with this song? Right? There are many genres that I'm just such a sucker for. We're talking about synthwave. We're talking about the likes of new disco that has been done a lot by the likes of Rocket Punch. We're talking about disco, obviously, when it's not done in the conventional kind of manner, right? We're talking about future funk. But we're talking about synth pop, everyone. I love how this mainly takes the synth pop influence and drive, yet there is that packing of a punch, type of a retro punch to this song that makes it very upbeat and fun and energetic at the same time. Man, oh man. I love how they ease us in with the intro, right? With the verse 1. And then as it progresses and progresses, it goes crazy. Like, it just keeps on lifting up and up and up, and the momentum keeps building up and up and up with the verse 2. It just never lets up, right? And I love how it does that. And then especially the chorus, right? The second time around when we hit the chorus, notice how they cleverly inserted a post-chorus before the bridge, right? And then took us to new heights, like truly sent us, and then brought us back to the final chorus, and of course ended off with a post-chorus as an outro. I'm gonna have to process a lot that's going in this with a second listen and all, and especially watch of how the lyrics play out. But if anything that I've learned, wow, Bahi, I love how she's not only like killing this era and slaying this era title track wise, but B-side as well. And it really goes to show you the improvement throughout time for those who followed GP999 with me back in the early days, okay? Specifically Bahi and Mashiro's like delivery in this to like lead the rest of the members in this song was so cool, everyone. Yeah, it's just so fitting to at the same time the parts that were provided for them. So with that being said, I really mess with the line distribution. And also, yeah, let me bring it back up here from the beginning, break things down, try to process things that are going on instrumentally and production and arrangement wise, of course. I love how Bahi's like very distant, right? And it previews that a bit of nostalgia, a smaller picture of that big picture that we get when the chorus drops, and like gets us in all of our nostalgic feelings and all. I love the woo. It's so fun, so playful, but it works. It sticks. Yeah, just that bass line, the punchy electronic drum kit work that we tend to get in retro bass genres, whether it's synthwave, new disco, disco, you name it. Love it so much. I love these lines, how these lines connect together. Notice how it's like, go back to that time. We keep one, dreamin', dreamin', you know that reference, right? A place full of us, never afraid because we are together. Oh my goodness. As some of you may know, this is definitely not a clear, distinct reference to Together Forever, aka one of my favorite B-sides from Kep1er to date, even though it's, you know, for the Japanese promotions and all. I love it. I love it. This line here. I love it so much. Very delicate yet playful at times in terms of the vocal direction in this song. Bit of chimes, but then there's that surging electronic guitar in the back. Love the O's. Just the background vocal work. Okay, verse 2. I love how it doesn't take time to transition to verse 2. It's just hard hitting. It hits us like a truck right away. Enjoy it without hesitation. Do whatever your heart desires. Oh my goodness, everyone. This is honestly added to the playlist of Kep1er songs that give you that like night drive type of feel, you know what I'm saying? But most importantly, just the amount of nostalgia, the consoling feelings that you get in here, that everything's gonna be all right, you know? The dream, yeah. Oh, Bobby! Yo! I'm so bias wrecked. You can't do it in that kind of succession from Bahi to Chaehyun. Some may know, Bahi do be the bias wrecker alongside with Youngin for me, but Chaehyun do be the bias, so this is crazy. So, bring it again with the chorus, right? Back to the city. Yeah, the bass line to the analog synthesizer work that you feel is the chugging movement to this song. That's the analog bass synthesizer. I believe it's just chugging along. Now we get this post-chorus that hits you fully. If you thought like just hearing the chorus first time around was 110% nostalgic, no, this was 210% nostalgic. Like the craziness of this song, how it just heightens our experience ever so slightly as it progresses is insane. How they bring it together, how they sing it together. Now it's the bridge, right? The bridge. Close your eyes. Oh, that city. It was like a constellation. Wow. See what I'm saying with Mashiro and Bahi during the song? Crazy. They most certainly popped off, the likes of Daeun. And I've always known what Yeso's capable of, just with her delicate vocal color. Some sort of wood block, but I love how that kind of percussion works. It's trudging, not necessarily trudging, but slowly but surely, you know, at its peak. And then once it drops, not once, twice. And how they bring it back here. Notice how like upbeat this song is, but the production doesn't take away from their vocal work, from their rap, from their voices as a whole. They're able to come through and just really shine and glisten throughout this song, which I appreciate a lot. See what I'm saying? So like you sort of get that like influence from Justin Reinstein, who has worked on Mago, amazing disco bass track by G-Friend. Yet the vocal colors are very clear and distinct. There's not much like vocal effect usage for the members and all, like the vocal layering. Like this definitely deserved a performance, and I'm so glad that they came through with a performance for Back to the City. Otherwise, it would have been a literal crime, am I right? But all in all, the way that they bring things together, make it so cheerful, and then post-chorus wise, bridge wise, they bring it all together and just, you know, hit us deep down inside with all these nostalgic feels is crazy. And of course, this is add alongside those tracks you guys mentioned, fellow Kep1ers and subscribers of this channel. Let's add this to Autopilot by Purple Kiss. A crazy fun synthwave song that gets you emotional at some point, as well as Triple S and their song New Look. Really a good B-side, another synthwave song. I would recommend a ton of fun new disco tracks by Rocket Punch. Listen, this is one thing that I'm always going to be a sucker for. Sure, the likes of synthwave. Right? Synthwave has been done by Everglow and La Di Da title track wise, and all these retro genres. But one thing that gets to me is nostalgia. If you're able to capture my attention just like that immediately right away and throughout the entirety of the song, and have such a bombastic chorus, which we don't get often, which sucks a lot because I've said it in the time before, but thankfully, you know, as this year's progressing, choruses are getting better in terms of these title tracks, which is a blessing and a half, right? I'm so glad for that. But let me know your thoughts, guys, for this particular song, Back to the City. Crazy. And we still have the other B-sides to go. So with that being said, let's just continue this album review. Let's get into the next B-side now. So this next B-side is titled Why. Now, I'm seeing familiar names all around. Seoji Eun, Moon Kim, Kim Soohyun. Okay, pretty much all of them has worked with SF9 in the past before. I'm most familiar with Moon Kim, I've got to say. Moon Kim has worked on Summer Breeze by SF9, title track-wise. One of my favorite titles by SF9. Zigzag by Weekly. Really wish they had a comeback as soon, not gonna lie, just gonna put it out there in the universe. But also Moon Kim has worked on Don't Fight the Feeling by EXO. So significant names. Let me bring it up here right away and let's just dive into it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is Bahi, not Chaehyun. Oh, this bass guitar. Very chill, laid back with it in terms of the tempo. Whoa, that funky key that was played. Mikado and Bahi there. Isn't this Yeso? Wow. There's this dreamy feel to it, yet it's not necessarily a coffee house type of song by any means. Ooh, shouting. Oh, that drum kit work. Okay. Whoa. Wow, the vocal work in this, the harmony, but yet the delicate approach, very soft in sound. It's very calming and relaxing, am I right? There's that rhythm guitar. Ooh, the hi-hats here. Wait, so this is the bridge. A little bit of, hey, hype sounds, samplings. Wow, this song is a whole vibe, ain't it? Look at that rhythm guitar. And that keyboard work. Wow. I love how deceptive, like, the first couple of seconds, the start of this song goes, because as the song progresses, they add in instruments that didn't happen at the start of the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, we get that bass guitar, right? Later on, somehow, the keyboard work gets funky with it, has like a funk riff that really turns it up a notch and transitions into certain sections in the song. And then later on we get the rhythm guitar added with the bass guitar simultaneously, that adds that more so light feel to it as well. These sort of celestial, like, kind of digital synths and electronic work in this song. Honestly, a song that I could see myself listen from time to time. I would say not necessarily fully on repeat, but not rarely at the same time, because it's not like a coffee house, really super laid back and chill song. It has a nice moderate pace to it, yet it's very chillax and relaxing. The ad-libs do a lot of, I would say, nice, lovely work in this song, the ad-lib work in this song, and I really loved Yejin in this song, without a doubt, I've got to say. Yejin, Chaehyun, Ashiro, yet again, too. We got a little bit of rap by Hikaru early on in the song, so I'm gonna bring it back up here, go through it quite briefly before we conclude it with the final B-side, of course. So let me just do that right away, everyone. We're gonna try to tackle the arrangement to the song. Yeah, that hi-hat drum kit work with the bass guitar. I love the scaling down of the bass guitar, and then we get this funky lead sound that's like, it like turns it up like that. What a nice ad. Wait a second, so verse 1. Maybe not. I will never get tired of Hikaru's lines ever within Kep1er's music, but I love how Bahi comes in the mix simultaneously here. Yeah, that keyboard work, very chilled back with it. Wow, so there's not necessarily any pre-chorus to the song pretty much. It doesn't take time to hit the chorus right away. That's cool. There's that rhythm guitar more so panned on our right side of the ears, ever so subtly in the back. Bass guitar more so on our left side with the drum kit work. Love how it's panned out and mixed and mastered like that. Then there's like the hey, those hype, you know, hip hop sampling sounds. They could be either really hype in a more so cool kind of way or something more sweet like this. Rhythm guitar on our left side now. See what I'm saying with the ad-lib work? Yeah, this song, all in all, really easy to listen to, am I right? Yet the nuances as the song progresses, the added instruments and elements, so good. Pretty much a brief bridge. I really like Shouting's moments in the song as well. Who's here with me on that note? The scaling up on the guitar there is good too. Yeah, has the right pacing, has the right tempo, sets the right kind of mood, yet there's no drastic switch ups. The rap by Hikaru, very fitting, and just to wrap it up on there, Bahi added in the mix, so satisfying in that moment when whether it's one member and then later on another member comes in the mix and sing together for these certain kind of lines and why here. Love it, you know. Maybe it's not necessarily really up there comparably to the other B-sides, but you gotta appreciate for what was provided by everyone working behind the scenes and Kep1er themselves, the member themselves, on a vocal standpoint, I've got to say. But with that being said, let's get into the final B-side, and then we'll wrap things up. All right, last but not least, happy ending. The one familiar name is Park Woo-sang, of course. I mentioned him earlier on, but additionally, I would like to add is he has taken part on Express Moon by Jo Yuri, okay? One of my favorite B-sides by Jo Yuri, I got to say. So let me bring it up here right away. This was honestly my second most anticipated song off of the highlight medley, so let's just go. Oh. Oh, I love how smooth this song is so far. Get dreamy. Oh, 최희연은 나연? No way. That's an actual string instrument. Oh. Yo, the harmonization in this song is incredible. Yet everything about the song streams satisfying, right? Almost takes a little bit of that city pop influence, not too heavily, but lightly, with the synth strings. Acoustic guitar. Wait, this is verse 2 of shouting? Throw out your worries. Shiro. How? There's the actual string instrument there. Man, this song is so majestic, yet ethereal. It has a nice groove with it, with the guitar work. Way, way away, away, away. I'm a little confused right now. Because, okay, let's not play the weird music that these channels do to profit. Yo, I'm a little confused in a good way, though. Happy ending. Wow. I love how the main focus in this song is pretty much about harmonizing with one another. Whether it's together, whether it's two members together. I think this is the one track, though, especially that ending with Youngin. This is the one track where, wow, Youngin really shined throughout this, and especially shouting during verse 2, am I right? How she kicks it off there. But the comboing of the certain members, right? We saw, like, Chaehyun and Hikaru at some point and certain members, and it just felt so satisfying in this moments, just hearing this playful movement between one member would come in, another member would chime in, almost like a call and answer type of action to it, you know what I'm saying? So like how the members come through together, where it's the two of them and such, it's just so satisfying, easy to listen to. A little bit of city pop influences, not too heavily, very lightly with the synth strings and other instrumentation. There was an actual hard, like, hitting string instrument, like a violin, not a synth string, that was done, that I'm gonna have to point out in the second listen of Happy Ending here. So let me bring it back up here right away, and let's go again. Love the shakers, love the acoustic guitar, and then later on we get to hear the threads move on the acoustic guitar. Not really shakers, more so thinking of the drum kit work or snares. That is so cool, right? I love how, okay, let's figure this out. So it's simultaneously, yeah, Chaehyun and Dayan. I had a dream where you were there, reality is leaving our system. And it's just continuing with Chaehyun, and then Hikaru follows it up. That is so cool. Oh, the double Y combo, Youngin and Yeso. Unbelievable. This kind of succession of the members coming through together is crazy. It's insane. That keyboard work, being very playful with it. See what I'm saying with Youngin? That is so cool. I love how there's that hard, like, violin string work in the back there, right? Or a combination of two strings, but nonetheless, that's definitely not a synth string back there that's transitioning. But it could still be digitally done, obviously. Electronic drum kit work, and then happy ending? Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, this song is so good that it's got me so lost for words. Verse 2, away, away. Sensei, shout say. Oh, the other double Y combo, Yujin and Yeso. See what I'm saying with shouting? Oh. Oh, that guitar work. That's crazy. It's like almost like a combination of like. That's cool. So there's like the singing and then more so of a talking kind of manner, like a combination as a whole, like a sing-talking kind of fashion and combination and fusion between Chaehyun and Hikaru. Oh, those... And the background vocals, they're so clean. Oh, Dayan too. See what I'm saying? You hear more of the threads. I love this happy ending pale blue dot line so much. Happy ending. The holds on these like funky keys on the keyboard in some kind of manner, or like a MIDI. Crazy. Yes, young'un. I am so wrecked as a whole this era, and I'm sure that's going to be further the case when I dive into the live performances with you guys. Yes, the comeback show and showcase as a whole with those performances. Can't wait, especially for Back to the City, but as a whole, can't wait. But let me conclude it here, everyone. Bring up the track listing. So, right away, I feel like it really sticks to put Giddy as the first track on this mini album, I've got to say. We get Giddy, very earwormy, right? As much as Lovely is earwormy, it does not take that Moonbaton Latin influence kind of route to it. So I think Lovely had some cool guitar riffs in there, yet You know, obviously Hikaru popped off in that song, and upon first impression from the highlight medley, it really met my expectations, and I'm pretty sure for some of you guys out there exceeded your expectations for the full listen in a way, right? It's not everyone's cup of tea is necessarily Moonbaton. Back to the City. Mainly synth pop route with it, with a bit of new disco retro influences added into the mix, and how it like sends us to a whole nother planet off into the universe like that by progressing in a way that really builds up for the final climax to the song is everything. And most importantly, how nostalgic that particular song is. Like, come on, that's the type of B-side that's 10 out of 10 masterpiece would play again, am I right? So you could really sense a lot of those influences by the likes of Choi Ji-yoon, and especially, of course, Justin Reinstein. Why? You know, sure, it's not necessarily on the peak quality with Back to the City or on the level of Lovely, but there's still a lot to appreciate in the song. And I wouldn't necessarily skip that song at all. I wouldn't say that, but I would not at all, right? It's a song that I can listen to here and there, be very chill, not too laid back with it, just right, like a Goldilocks type of, you know, temperature to it, if you know what I'm saying. So it really sticks, and it has that surprising retro key that it heightens the experience. There's a little added nuances because later on we get the rhythm guitar. And then Happy Ending, literally the definition of harmonization. It's unbelievable what we got in that song, hearing two members simultaneously come together, and that one moment where we got Chaeyeon and Daeun later on with Hikaru, like, come on, and Youngun really shined in the song, Shouting really shined in the song, right? All in all, a no skip 4th mini album, Lovestruck by Kep1er. I've got to say, can't wait to get my physical album, and also the inclusions to see who I get in the mix. So stay tuned for an unboxing video, whether it's on Patreon for free. I don't know, it's gonna take too long shipping wise and all, but stay tuned most importantly for the comeback performances that we got for this era. And if you enjoy a lot of Kep1er content, I'm slowly but surely trying my best to do so on all 4 fronts, on the channel, on Patreon. We're doing Kep1er runners, so go check it out right away, you know. Right now, slowly but surely, I'm trying to drop it each episode 1 I ever dropped. We're going to be checking out episode 2 soon, and it's going to be early for patrons, and then later on it's going to be released in full to the public, but it's going to be quite some time due to my schedule. But let me know your favorites. I gotta say, Back to the City is my favorite B-side without a doubt. Giddy is still up there, obviously. I'd say Back to the City, Happy Ending, Lovely, and then last but not least, Why. But you literally can't go wrong with any of these songs. Shout out to everyone working behind the scenes, the singer-songwriters, the producers, the lyricists. I want Kep1er to work with these individuals and teams yet again, especially Justin Reinstein and the likes of Charlotte Wilson, and of course I would say Stain Boys, and all in the works for Giddy in the future. It would be great, right? I just got everything plus more, a little bit of everything, and I feel like this adds so perfectly to Kep1er's discography and all, and I can't even imagine how a full album's gonna be. But with that being said, you know, I really want Full Bloom in the works, okay? That collective worked on Together Forever. If you guys haven't heard that B-side, you gotta, because it's pretty much what I wanted right from the get-go debut era. I would say that song and Back to the City, those kind of songs I want more of by Kep1er, not necessarily same genre-wise, but like intentions, the earnesty, the nostalgia, you know what I'm trying to say, the uplifting, free-spiritedness. If there's anything we need more is fantastic choruses, which we got as a whole from Kep1er throughout all these tracks, within this 4th mini album, but most importantly, positivity, this uplifting feeling. Because sure, you know, dark concepts, darkened sound type of tracks, mature songs is cool and all, but I feel like we just need more positivity and up and bright lifting songs that you can't get enough, especially that gives you like a sugar high synth pop type song like Back to the City, right? And you can never go wrong with synth pop songs in the K-pop scene. So let me know your thoughts, fellow Kep1ers. Take care as always. This has been Garrison. Don't forget to like, subscribe to keep updated with me, and all supports the channel. It goes a long way here amidst my busy life and what's going on in the K-pop scene, getting comebacks and debuts left and right and center. And yeah, stay tuned for the live performances, reaction, and coverage, and all personally by me. Take care and peace.